Am I live? What view? View. Okay, apparently I'm live. Excellent. Right. Let's get set up. So I want just the Elden Ring soundtrack. Okay, well, I guess that's useless then. YouTube. Elden Ring soundtrack. That'll do. Right, and then I want, I need a GIF. So Google Images. Why did I do that? Just type it in. Maximum effort GIF. There you go, images, and I want this one, and I want to save that to my desktop, and then I want an image. I wonder if it will loop a GIF on here. You can find out, I suppose. Maximum effort. And I want it here. There you go. Okay, let's move it to this desktop so I'm not noticing it while I work. Okay. So we want this to be a bit quieter. Have I got volume boost on? Annoyingly, no. That seems about right, probably. Right, so earlier on, we tried making an Elden Ring gear. And, wow, that is actually still really loud. Holy shit, hold on. Alright, yeah, I can do it this one. If I turn down the desktop audio to like -10. Don't know how that sounds in comparison to my voice. I need to find that. Where the fucking hell was it? I think it might have been on GX. It was. There you go. So it's a 4K version of the logo, which is obviously great because that's a lot higher quality than the one I was using last time. Save to desktop. It's a PNG. I'd assume it would be a higher. I suppose that's probably about as good as it gets. So in principle, let's open Publisher so I can explain what I want to do in principle. It looks quite small for 4K resolution. Unless it's, let me see, does it hyperscale? Sort of. Probably fine. Yeah, it must hyperscale because it goes way above what I want. So we need like 9 of these because we want the main circle, which is here. So it's 4 circles, this, the rune arc, and this. So let me make that smaller because otherwise this is going to hate me. Orientation landscape, size 1080p. Oh, I don't have 1080p, whatever. I haven't set that up yet. God. So the one we're going to copy paste will be a crop down along the sides because we don't need that excess. And I want to zoom in a bit more, but not specifically on the image. Right, so we need 4 for the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more for the main, 1 more for the rune arc, 1 more for the thing at the bottom. Okay. In my pockets. Good. Means nothing will be crashing up against me. So we need crop out this. Number 2. This. 3. And I need a crop to this specific circle. And the hope is that I'll be able to... So that's the top one, right? Yeah, it must be the top one. And we want to crop out to Godric's Great Rune. Which is this middle circle. God, that's... Wait, did I move the crop? Fuck. Crop. So this ends here at this. God, this is actually quite hard to see. So we've got the top one, the middle one, and then the bottom left. Which is this one. It's there. Finally, bottom right, which is the one we were actually working on earlier, but I've scrapped all that and I'm starting from scratch. And if I can't do this in 3.5 hours, it isn't worth doing. There. Right, so what I'm going to do now is open up Camtasia. Oh, I need to save those as images. Whatever, I can minimize this and do that anyway. Right, so save as picture to desktop. Rune arc top. Actually, I need to scale these all, don't I, as well? Hold on. Is it this one for size? As long as they keep their quality, it'll be fine. And publisher just plain hates me, so. Rune arc top. Save picture as center stalk. Rune arc bottom. Yeah, bottom. Circle top. Save as circle center. Save as circle bottom left. Save as circle bottom right. Okay, now we've got all of them. No, not in the slightest. So that's open. Now I need is all of these to go in here. Hey son, how's it going? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to use these to start with. You doing good? I've got the entire Elden Ring soundtrack playing, and the hope is, the plan at least, is to have completed this work in the remaining 3 hours and 14 minutes. And if I can't do it, then yeah, it's just a pain effectively. Circle. Need it to be actually a perfect circle. So that's still not a circle. Why isn't that a circle? It's probably about as close to a circle as we're going to get. There you go. So we need this. 2, 3. And they all need to have transparent middle, just with like a white outline. Well, actually, let's go with an orange outline, because obviously what we're working on will end with an orange outline. Yeah, we're fine. I was getting ready to sleep as always. Always fun. This is definitely going to be a longer project stream. I'm hoping it won't actually take as long as I think it will, because like that first part was quite difficult, but at the same time I'm kind of semi-confident I can do this. So just got to hope that's how it goes down. And what I'm also going to do is, so the basic idea is that you start with this, which is the Godric Grin in the middle, and then 1, 2, 3 all pop out at the same time, and then the stalk drops down into the middle of it, which will complete the image effectively. That's what I've got in mind. It's going to be a bitch, it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth it if it works, because it's going to be the coolest fucking emote on all of Twitch. So, next thing we need, Mac Flash. I love this program. It's old as dirt, but it works. It does. I've been using this forever because it has one really cool feature that I make a lot of use of. What I need to do is minimize this. And I need to drag this off this desktop so I can actually still access it. What I need to do is change the document properties to have a black background first and foremost. By the way, I'm hearing some background sounds, as in background noise or people talking in the background. One of those is a problem, one of them is something I can't do anything about. Details. So that's 3840 by 2160. 3840, 2160. Oh, okay, I guess it's not accepting a super 288. Okay, well if I do it, it was people talking. Yeah, it's just people in the background. That's really small. Okay, well, not a lot we can do. Import to stage. So we're gonna start with, let's start with the center, which is already too big. Modify bitmap. Now this is why I use this program. So you can do it, I think there's ways you can do it that make it look like a comic. Like if I did 100 by 100, then it sort of looks like that, which is cool. It was mumbling, no, not fathomable. It's alright, they're probably not saying anything useful. So yeah, you can do it all the way to stuff, like you can go further than this, but like this, I mean I could do it in a super low res like this, because obviously the original image quality would allow for that. Ugh. Problem is you need to be able to delete specific sections on their own, and having it like this would mean, hold on, let's move this, oh shit, would unfortunately mean like if I wanted to get rid of, so this is meant to be the center circle. Let's just get all this out. So like obviously the outside circle, but the problem is clicking that removes everything. So that's far too high a bitmap trace. I need to re-import that now. I think I could just drag and drop it, right? Circle center. You cannot. OLE. Fuck. Old programs. So we'll go with replace existing. So then we want to modify the bitmap down by quite a lot. So this was originally 8. So let's go to 10 and 10 and see how that does it. Okay, that looks pretty good. You got a lot of, the problem is you've got a lot of particle effects, but it still deletes entire sections as it works. So it can still work, but you just got to remove everything around it. Losing the black in the middle isn't a problem as such, because obviously this needs to be transparent. The problem is I've just document properties, same as this, so you can't see it. So now all you can see is the actual thing that's been worked on. Yeah, you get outlying bits like this, which are just stupidly small to work with because they're all pixelated to hell. Like these bits in the middle are basically irrelevant. So we will have to zoom in quite considerably to find them. The problem is this is quite large. Like the last image I used was very small and hadn't been scaled up. So this one is actually going to be harder to work with. But as you can see, it sort of meshed it down into like the color palettes. So it's going to be a lot of this. Like luckily, every now and again you come across like a nice big section that just saves time. With this, actually, I can probably just immediately crop off a lot of that at the bottom. If I put it back at 100, then I can just select all of that and remove it completely. How's the music level, by the way? Just wondering. Is that is the music audible? Because that's going to be like the highlight of this stream. There's going to be me sitting here working through this really annoying way of doing something super basic that you could probably do in Photoshop in like 5 seconds. And then there's going to be the music. But I'm kind of stubborn. And no music? You can't hear the music at all? Oh, okay, I guess because it went to in-game sound, so it was a lot quieter, like in-game music, which is the good thing about Elden Ring's music is, for the most part, it's very subtle. Like generally, you can't hear it, so it's not like that's a bad thing as such. It's just like it's just more like atmospheric background music. Problem is where you got the ring here, it hasn't completely blended it either. So. Like that's something that, like, I mean, the thing is this is going to be pixels big. Like it's going to be the size of a generic emote, so you'll barely be able to see it. But I also might, depending on how it goes, I might just set it as a community asset that everyone can use. To be honest, I think it's going to be a lot more than just like, I don't know, it depends. It kind of looks like, it feels like one of those things that, like, you know when you pay an emote art, it's like stupid money to do an emote for you. And then, like, they charge you a lot of money for it. I imagine this is probably the kind of thing they have to do, although they probably use Photoshop and their lives are a lot easier. So... it's just a trick I haven't, it's just something I haven't learned how to do. So I do it this old fashioned way. Like the thing is I know this way works. And it beats me paying £100 to anybody to do it because, well, so I can't afford that. I'm not big enough streamer yet. Actually, I should have worked on this colour instead of black last time because I think this will actually make it easier. God fucking damn it. Will actually make it easier to see all these tiny little particles. Like if I do this and then drag, you can sort of see where the outline of all of them are, but some of them are so tiny that you don't stand a chance of seeing them. And then they get lost in translation, so... which is fine, actually. Like, if they're so small that I can't see them, it means they're basically going to be completely invisible. Because I'm actually looking for them, and other people who might one day be able to see this won't be. But I'll probably have the only emote on all of Twitch that took 3 hours to make. Because I'm sure that the talented people like do it a lot easier in ways that are a lot easier to manage, like for mass production of emotes. My last set are the last set I did are all going to become follower emotes. since I've got those unlocked now, because they're not that good. They're just sort of like me messing around in VC, pulling different faces, and then going, oh yeah, that's an that could work as an emote. See, what I don't want to do is get too close to this, because that's the outer edge of that ring. Unless that's not where it is at all. No, it looks like it is. You get too close and you start accidentally cutting out colours that make it look incorrect. You also don't want a completely rounded, you don't want any sort of straight edges, because it makes it look far more artificial than it needs to be. But you also don't want it, like, because of the way the actual image is structured, you don't also want it looking too much like a perfect circle. Because obviously it has to mesh with, I think it's half a dozen other objects. So like finding the edge of the circle where you can interact with, and like the areas that you can't is sort of key when doing shit this way. I mean, this isn't a good way to do things. It's just, effectively, this is more a waste of time than anything. Like, because there are definitely easier ways to do this whole process. I mean, there was something I was saying earlier on Twitter where, like, I could just do this. Hold on, let me re-import that. If I re-import this to, that's the center one, I could crop to shape, circle, hasn't worked. Undo, undo, undo. Yeah, because it isn't, this one, it also doesn't appear to be a perfect circle, which is just awkward. So you go, it might be, it might just be my yeah, like you could do that, but you lose a lot of the particle effects around it, so it's kind of a lot harder to manage. Well, it's easier to manage because obviously it means there's less work, but you lose a lot of the like you lose a lot of the point, effectively. And this is one of those labour of love wastes of time. Also, I don't even know if I'm allowed to use this as an emote anyway, because a lot of companies are fairly famously litigious. And they'll go, oh yeah, you're using the Elden Ring logo as part of your stream stuff. You know, get that off there or we'll sue you back to the Stone Age. Or Twitch just won't allow me to upload it. The other thing is, you've only got 60 seconds, 60 frames in a GIF to work with when it comes to animated emotes. And at present, just like that one ring rotating is 120. Wait, hold on, how many frames was? Oh, I deleted it. So yeah, like there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to that. I'm gonna have to do some leveling. No problemo. It's just removing as much as you can. Like already, if I put this back at 100%, like we've already lost a good amount of the outside, but we're still retaining everything that we need. So that's all good. As long as you can retain the basic structure of the circle, this area here is going to be a problem, because obviously there's that specific shaft of light goes above it, which is why I started with the ring that's bottom right earlier on. Because like there's not a lot of work to do on that one. That one you probably could just circle crop and then remove the innards. But with this, you've got a, I think you can color blend in a basic manner using this, but I'm not 100%. But again, it'll be tiny, so Unless somebody's specifically looking for problems, they won't find them. So. Oh, I was going to sit in bed and eat ice cream and actually watch a Nier anime. The number of times I've like put up posts saying that I'm going to get up to date with the Nier anime, which I think is like 8 episodes in now, and I've only seen, I think I've only seen 2. Like, I've said it so many times, but I never end up doing it because I always find other things to do. Like the other night, when I ran Haligtree, that was going to be one of those nights, and I was just like, you know what, I'm actually going to stream instead because I wanted to get that thing to upgrade Tish. I really wanted that because it bothered me that there was only like one in the whole fucking game. And you kind of need a good summon later game if you're not like Pro Souls player, which I'm not by a long stretch. Although saying that, it's not like I'm using an optimal build in that run. Like when you're not playing randomizer, you can sort of better pick and choose what weapons you have and you know all that kind of stuff. With this one, it was just like I started with the Meteoric Blade, which just so happens to be a good enough weapon that I know can scale. Well, it doesn't really properly scale to end game, but you can use it until the end game, and it's not like entirely terrible. Getting the Tish summon was really good. Getting Rivers of Blood out of a vendor for 800 runes was really good. Like those are just luck. Usually, like on a couple of runs, I've actually gone with the Uchi Katana from the very start to the very end of the run, and that's entirely possible, which is shocking because I've always said that the Uchi Katana, which is the samurai's starting weapon, is actually the strongest starting weapon you can get, simply because Unsheath is the best way to describe it is a bit like Vegeta's Big Bang attack in Dragon Ball. Or Tian Han's Kikoho Blast, which is that the move is stronger than the actual user, and it's like the Uchi Katana. It doesn't matter how strong you are, Unsheath is always technically scales above what you're normal, like what you should be able to do at that level. So, plus you start with the arrows, which makes killing the Grafted Zion in the Stranded Graveyard really easy. Well, you can. It's not like super easy. You still got to obviously have a degree of caution, but I think it's one of the easiest classes to do it with. The Confessor I've done it with, but you have to be really careful and Confessor. I can't remember what I think it's Confessor, but you get the Fireball and you get a. I think you get Fireball. Am I wrong? Do you get a Fireball on a heal on Confessor? I think you get a Fireball on a heal, but like you've really got to be careful with your FP consumption because you can run out really quickly against it, especially if you're panicking. This hurts my eyes. I wonder if I could flux my monitor. I don't know if that would come out on the other end of the stream. So flux makes my monitor go. Actually, I'll be able to check that. Let me see. If I run flux, let me just see. Let me see if it shows up on there. Huh. Apparently it's on a higher priority scale than the rest of my desktop, which is cool. So it'll run, but it doesn't affect the what people see on stream. That's actually a really big help. Flux red screens your monitor. That's not the right way to word that. It removes like when you set it to Ember, which is what I'm currently on, it sets it to remove as much blue light as possible. And like usually I'll alternate between having it on and off depending on what eye strain is like. I mean, I don't noticeably strain my eyes when I'm doing anything on a computer, but like obviously it's a real thing. So I just like remove that entire section. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing the randomizer. I had a chat with Len earlier in DMs about how to put an Elden Ring logo on my hoodie. So when I've completed the randomizer, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the Elden Ring logo on my hoodie. Because I think we've worked out how to do it. Like, I'm not much... I only really know the basics of, like, using VRoid to make models. I don't know anything like... You know, I was talking about layers and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm sure I'll work it out. But if I don't, I'll have to go screeching back, because holy shit. That's the thing, is I think that sometimes the things I want to do overwhelm what I'm actually capable of. Like, because I can do a fair amount. Like I used to talk about how if somebody was a VTuber and like an artist, and they've got such a leg up on everybody. But it's sort of the case of like I can do some stuff. I can make stuff spin. I can do very, very basic animation. But at the same time, like the ideas I have in my head are sort of extreme. Like I've got some really cool ideas, but then it's like, can I actually achieve this thing that I want to do, or is it outside of my like level of ability? And then I have a go, and that determines whether or not I'm right. And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I do something, I have a go at something and I just go, okay, well, I can't do this. And then, because a lot of stuff is not cheap, I end up just not doing it. I mean, it's still, somewhere I've got a notebook of like old ideas for stuff that I wanted to do with other projects and stuff, but it's just like some of them are just, some of the projects are just so huge that it's like there's no way that on my own I can pull that off. So yeah, that's most of. It's weird. I sort of flip between God Complex mode and useless mode. Like I can do everything. I can conquer the world. I can become Prime Minister of the UK. And then sometimes it's like, I'm just not even going to bother getting out of bed today. So yeah, I know somebody once said that's manic depression, but I've had no formal diagnosis for it. So I'm just going to pretend it's not, because I don't want to become one of these people who like goes out and says manic depression is like what I have and there's no proof of it, because that's just inherently like intellectually dishonest. Like, until somebody actually comes back and says, yeah, you're pretty fucked in the head, I can't actually say I am or not. What's this? I take it you want to see my attempts at Melania? Absolutely. My friend Alex has been recording his attempts at various parts of the game and then sending them to me. Problem is, he's been sending them in uncompressed Matroska. You don't have enough hard... I have 15 terabytes, sir. I'm far more than capable of storing any amount of footage. I'm a streamer. I think my VODs take up more space than any recording he could ever send me. I've got a folder. Let me see if I can find it. It's actually on my... There's a shortcut to it on my desktop. This is all of my Elden Ring VODs since I started doing the randomizers. And that's 108 gig. That is... How many VODs was that? 43, although we delete 5 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Actually, it's quite a lot more than that, because I managed to merge all of these into one video file when I first reinstalled Camtasia, so it should be able to do that. That sounds like vague faith in my abilities. No. I reckon he'll probably do okay against Melania. He's in full Crucible Knight armor, which makes me a little jelly. He's also using Moonveil, and I don't know what his second katana is, so he's dual wielding. Oh, and he actually blocks. That's the thing is, I'm not somebody who plays Souls-likes in the Unga Bunga fashion. It doesn't suit the way I play games. Although saying that, like every time I do a jump attack, he's like, "Oh, that's Unga Bunga," and I'm like, "No, it isn't," because I'm not using like a great sword or a colossal. But yeah, I don't block. I dodge roll, and sometimes I get punished for that. But at the same time, it works for me. But yeah, he actually dodges things. Like I was watching his fight against a fire giant, and there's a move the fire giant does where it like literally just slams down onto you. And I'm like, how are you not pancake? How are you not getting completely ruined by that? And it's like, oh yeah, you block attacks, which is obviously good for his health, and you know, not immediately dying to the fire giant. Actually, I suppose that's what I could be playing in the background. Well, saying that, I don't know if that would count as redistribution of content. There's a channel on YouTube that does a lot of like boss v boss sort of fights, and they're really fucking cool. I also like Rusty. Rusty was the first person I watched an Elden Ring randomizer. He's pretty much the reason I do it. He does a lot of Elden Ring. Like I think the easiest way to classify them would be tier lists, but like they're not really tier lists. It's just talking about specific items, and they're both really great. But yeah, like one of my favorite things is I was looking up one of his the Boss v Boss guys videos, and apparently Shy Lily shares them on her stream. Like she watches them with the viewers. I'm like, cool. I have something in common with the biggest female non-corpo VTuber, and even then, I think she's literally the biggest female VTuber. I don't think there's actually any VTuber that has 1 million followers. This isn't a statistic I can substantiate. I'd have to look up and find out. But that's so cool. Like, I'd love to do a watch along. Like, because it's technically at that point a movie night, but without, you know, DMCA claims. Unless the guy doesn't like me much for some reason, and DMCA claims my stream. Well, I think you'd have to do that live. I don't think you can do that to the VOD, so I think I'd probably be safe. But yeah, like, they're so fucking cool to watch. Like, half of them are mainly the ones I like. Hold on, I might just play. Let me swap this. Minimize that. Where is Opera that I was working on? This one? No. This one? Close that. Let's put on one of his videos. I feel like it needs to be funny. So we go YouTube. This is my favourite one of his videos, by the way. How many Godric's can Melania kill? How many Melanias do you need to defeat a soldier of Godric? I think I spelled that the wrong way. How many Melania versus Godric's? How many Godric's do you need to defeat Melania? Hold on. I'm going to input, I'm going to full screen this, and then I'm going to just window capture. And then we need, oh perfect, it's already up, excellent. Don't capture cursor. That's too big. I'll put this in this corner, so you guys got something to watch while I'm working. This is my favourite of his videos. It's actually insane. Hold on, let me swap these screens around. There you go.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna test how many Godric's it takes to beat the boss fight with Melania. I'm gonna start by having one Godric fight Melania, and then increase the number while also adding his Dragon Arm variation with a working grab. As always, I hope you'll enjoy my content, and if you do, please subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
This is like easily one of my favorite channels on all of YouTube at the moment. Like if I'm having like a boring morning, I'll just like sesh the shit out of this channel. Actually, I'm gonna turn off Flux. One down. And literally back to, like, still on full health. I said a version with a dragon. There's a waterfowl. One down, one to go. The damage on that grab. Three Godricks. Ah. I wonder if that's dust on my screen. Yeah, it is. I have actually seen to the end of this video and I just remembered how it ends. The ending is probably the funniest part of this entire video. Well, I won't, no spoilers, I won't spoil it because it's too good. Now, of course, Melania has a huge advantage of being, like, quite a small target. So maybe they can't all hit her at the same time. You can be damn sure they want to. There's the waterfowl. I see waterfowl, I take a shot. Maybe I should do that for when I do my next proper run with it, or when I'm working on the thing. Take a shot every time Melania does waterfowl. And there they go. Poor Godric, since she's not even in phase 2. I can't remember if this is 5 or 6 now. I just want to know what kind of juice this guy's computer has in it. Like, my computer can barely run one boss fight. Keep that there just in case. Yeah. Oh no, this is the inside. Doesn't matter. Oh, phase 2. And here she comes. Everybody immediately gets scarlet rotted and dies. The Aura Guards phase 2. Like, Scarlet Aeonia is so damaging. Puts in so much work in this. Play. I've heard this, the Millennia boss fight music more than any other piece of music in the entire game as well. Millennia footage tends to be what I edit most of because it's the most fun. Like, it's the area in the game that most, like, brings out the salt in the absolute most of people. Because she really is that hard to kill. I mean, even just my interaction with her at Castle Soul, like, which is a, like, scaled down version of her basically, is really hard to kill. And there they go. She is indeed the Blade of Mikola. I mean, technically in this kind of thing, the waterfowl could also be considered as an escape move, because it can, like, create a lot of distance. It can also close a lot of distance too. And we're back to phase 2. Do we think it'll help this time? There's a lot of effects on the screen. Because on top of all the fire and those swirly looking things, which, oh yeah, there's a mod for that as well, so if you get the Hand of Melania, there's a mod that puts those animations on her sword, like when you're using it, which is really cool. Not even 8 is enough. 10 Godric's are grafted. Also her entire, like the wings, when she goes into Goddess of Ron, the second phase, like they're entirely butterflies. I've seen people deep dive and do like super close-ups of it, and each of those butterflies that makes up her wings are actually completely animated. They put more effort into animating Melania's wings than they did into animating dragons flying around the tornado and crumbling Farum Azula. Probably. You know, for legal reasons. I can say one thing for sure, there aren't as many pixels in her ass as there are in 2Bs, so round goes to Nier Automata, I suppose. I could watch Melania kick ass all day. Well, there they go. Not even 10 was enough. I think this is where he says it. Oh no, maybe not. There's something that comes up on screen soon that explains just how bullshit this idea is. Like, could you imagine somebody's computer being able to run that simulation? That many Godric's? It's just insane. Well, I do have a theory that Nvidia has started putting out crap drivers for old graphics cards. Like, there's a way to sort of force you to spend money to upgrade. There's no way to confirm it, and like, it's not something you can just go, "Hey Nvidia, are you doing this?" Because it could be probably done for like slander or libel or something. They don't like being called out for doing stuff like that. It's like when Apple though, like, because I think it was actually proven that Apple was putting out updates that killed the battery life on older devices, and I was just like, hold on, what if Nvidia's doing the same? Because my computer is far over the spec required to play Elden Ring, and I have to play it on like absolute minimum graphics settings just to make sure my computer doesn't die while playing it. It's kind of disgusting when you think about it. Well, let's try 15. Bloody hell. That's so many Godric's. I mean, they're very quickly chewing through. But Scarlet Rot will do the same to them. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I don't know if you were still about for that part of the stream, but when I was doing the Halleck tree, there's an area which is like really awful to cross, and one of the enemies randomized into that area was one of those like really tall stone golem things, and the first thing it would do every time, I'll probably play the clip after this, but it's like he'd basically start walking towards you and then just like jump off the waterfall and die. And it's like, cool. Thanks for that, I suppose. I could farm that area for runes now. I can't think about it. I think it's like 50. I'm trying 20. If she still wins, I quit this video. You can probably imagine where that's going then. $20 Godric's. What do you think? Do you think it's enough? Here comes the Scarlet Rot. They're doing a good job of hammering her. Second Ionia. It's alright, I'll bring it up in a second because it's probably one of my favourite parts of that area because I could farm the shit out of that. I just get like unlimited runes and it wouldn't even take me that long. Melania is pure BS. No matter what, she'll change 6 blooms and waterfowls in succession. So yeah, she can kill 20 Godric's on her own, which is... like, that's horrifying when you think about it. Channel... oh shit, I'm currently live. Yeah, I just realised that. That's okay, hold on. It was this. This was Spooky Scary Halleck Tree. It was... yeah, it's near one of these bits. But yeah, so just here you got one of these golem dudes. Hold on, yeah, one of these guys. Give him a second and he'll notice that I exist in the area. What reason is that archer? Oh yeah, so what I didn't realise until like I died is there's an archer all the way up here that uses gravity arrows, which means that all the way from over there she can hit me and like it hurts. She hits me hard, so I had to cheese this entire area like 3 times. So yeah, he's just gonna walk off that waterfall and die. I'm wondering if I can't get the worm face to run off it as well, because it'd be funny. Whee! I get 12,000 runes for that. Right, let's put on... I'm just going to find a playlist. Does he have a playlist for this? Elden Ring Battle Royales. Elden Ring Battles... let's just go Battle Royales, I think. No, this is the one with the invaders. We'll just do these ones. So this is where he, like, emulates boss v boss. These parts are familiar, but I don't remember the golem dude. Yeah, like, that was... The rest of that wasn't that hard. Once I got past that, it was fine, except for the first time I got past it and I fell to my death. And that sucked. These boss v boss things are really cool. This is from a mod where you can summon bosses using the spirit bell, which I'll be doing when I need to test a lot more mods. Like I was talking to Alex about it earlier. We want to try out a lot more mods. There's so much. There's literally just so much to explore. I want to try the Virgil one. There's literally a Virgil from Devil May Cry 5 mod, which is insane. No, this isn't it. Where's... I want one of the ones where it's hold on. First all bosses, Elden Ring. Oh, is it Garden of Eyes? Yeah, it's Garden of Eyes. My bad. Playlists. Elden Ring boss versus all bosses. There you go. These are really good. The fallen leaves tell a story. The blade of metal. Is this a channel intro? Oh no, this is just Melania versus Radahn. The Battle of Aeonia takes place before the start of the game. I look forward to doing my run of Elden Ring where I play as Melania for the whole run. I honestly reckon that I can beat the game in 10 hours with that. But I'll have to use a more standardized version of like progression in the game. But I think it's going to be good. Like, my plan is to try and do it as part of that 10-hour stream. Because technically my my 1 year of streaming as a VTuber happens on the 22nd, but it's at the end of May that I've got a whole weekend for myself, so I'll probably do it during that. Well, I'll actually remember to get some sleep first, and then do a super stream. I don't think I'll call it a ShizusWorld though, because well, 2 failed ShizusWorlds. I don't know, maybe I'm slightly getting big enough to do it, but it's sort of, it's not like super, what's it called? But I need to really sort of find a way to push that boat out that much further. I don't know, maybe advertise on other people's Discords, like just say, hey, I'm doing a ShizusWorld, you know, where I run Elden Ring as Melania. I don't know. It's one of those things I have to discuss with some people, because I also don't want to really post in other people's Discords, like where I'm barely active. It just feels a bit icky to do it that way, if that makes sense. Like, I usually join Discords and then I'll just sort of hang out and occasionally, you know, put emojis on something somebody says. But realistically speaking, it feels a bit scummy to, you know, not really be active in a Discord and then one day just go, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going live. Big stream, subathon, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I have too high standards. Like for myself anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. People wouldn't mind. I know that I'm pretty sure Suna wouldn't mind me doing it. Like, I know that much since, like, I think I've said it before, but like I go into Suna's chat and I almost immediately just get a shout out for saying hi, which is cool. Like, it doesn't even matter how many viewers she has, I still get a shout out. So I'm pretty sure like Suna would be fine with it, but it's, you know, like for example the VSay people, you know, like I don't know if they'd be okay with somebody who swears as much as I do advertising and streaming their servers. I'm in about like 20-30 servers, so it's just working out like which ones would probably be okay to. I know Burdane said I could the last time I did a ShizusWorld, because that was when I was locked out of Twitter. And that was like, I think that was the one, no, it wasn't the last time I did one, it was the time before that, the one that was like my birthday one. And yeah, because he raided me and I was like talking about it and he was like, yeah, don't worry, just like you can share your stream in there. Like, cool, maybe I will, no, except that totally meant that I never would. weird. I have such a like. The weird thing is I think it's because I have a sort of reverence for like the consummate professional type of streamer. That's what I try to be, even though I'm nowhere near that. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, I don't know really. It's just sort of confusing sometimes. Like my standards for myself are so high, and yet I don't try as hard as I probably could in order to attain those standards. I don't think people will mind, especially if they had a special second point. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is most of them have. Hold on, let me see if I can find a server that has it. I mean, if I go into Suna's, has she got one still? Oh, I probably turned it off. I mute. I mute. Let's see. Movie night. It's like promote yourself sort of channels. Oh, she might have removed it. I don't know. I'd muted channels. Whose would I be in? Whose would have it? I don't know. I think a lot of them might have removed it. But I've got one in here in my server, which is community staff. Self-promotion. I've got a self-promotion channel, and a lot of other servers do, but it's sort of like when I'm inactive in their servers, it's just, it'll probably seem strange for me to just go in there one day and go, oh yeah, by the way, can I? Actually, I wonder if Sleepy has one. Let me see. Sleepy Purin. Yeah, she doesn't seem to have one unless I've muted it. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's got one, so. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'd like maybe just have a word, like have a chat with the person who owns the server, and just like say, you know, can I post that I'm going live in your server or something at the time? So it's, you know, obviously that's the kind of thing that's kind of a big deal. Especially when you're a smaller streamer. But yeah, I think a lot of them maybe have stopped allowing it because, I don't know, maybe problem streamers or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weirdos out there. Radigon versus... oh, come on, where's the good ones? No. This is just boss v boss. Stop. Elden Ring... Dark Souls 3 bosses versus... hold on. Let's just put on this playlist and see what's in there. Okay, nope. What happens if you kill the tutorial boss first? You get 3k runes in his weapons. Where are they? Go away. Beyond the Bear, I played as Malekith and controlled death. Wait, how? That sounds dope. Can Malekith defeat all demigods?
Hey, what's going on,
This
guys?
is the
Welcome
kind
to
of
my
video
channel.
I mean.
In this video, we're gonna test if Malekith the Black Blade can defeat all demigods and gods back to back. To make this fight more challenging, instead of leaving his boss fight with 2 phases, I've merged the stats of both phases and decided to keep his second phase form from the beginning. As always, I hope that you'll enjoy my content,
Only
guys.
1,000
And if
HP
you
with
do,
200
please subscribe
plays.
for more, and I'll see you in the next
Yeah,
video.
it's
Thanks for
just one of those
watching.
things where like I wouldn't feel polite about just advertising in people's servers right now, because obviously like I'm barely active in any of them. Yeah, my fight against Malekith is not against Malekith, it's against the Elden Beast, which sucks. Let me see. If I do, can any boss survive? There you go, stuff like this. 50 staff dogs because it starts with Gideon. I need help.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome
There you
back to
go.
my channel. In this video, I'm testing whether any of the main bosses in the game can survive a pack of 50 dogs. For this test, I chose the version of dog that is found in Kaled, but that does not inflict rot buildup as it would be too powerful. As always, I hope that you'll enjoy my videos, guys. And if you do, please subscribe for a lot more, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, this is the kind of video. Now we've got one that I actually immediately recognise.
I need help!
I need help! I love that line.
I need help! Help!
Help! I always feel bad for Radahn in these. Like, he's built up to be such a badass, but like, God, he sucks. That is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold. Oh yeah, you're probably going to see Moog as well. I clapped him yesterday night on stream. Which actually makes it the second time I've clapped him in a randomizer. These two bite. And there she goes. Didn't even get a chance to summon. Can Chad-Free defeat 50 dogs? Oh, it's Morgott, not Chad-Free, yeah. I've also clapped him. He did. Damn. Yeah, he doesn't win a lot, sadly.
Shall not be forgiven.
I've fought both phases of this. Oh wait, no, I've done both. Yeah, I've done both phases of the Fire Giant. 'Cause he was that fight against Renala you just saw. He was phase 2 of that, I believe. Yeah. And Loretta was the other one. But when I came here, it was the Mimic tier, which you can just choose by taking off all your armor and weapons. And then phase 2 was Morgott, who we just saw. First phase, easy, because you can choose it. Second phase, not so much. He actually killed me a couple of times. As it turns out though, Black Flame magic is really, really goddamn powerful. So, that's the thing. Barbecue time, boys. Yeah, I always feel bad for Radahn in these things. He doesn't really, like, he very rarely gets the W. Unless he manages to get this off. If he gets the meteor off, then yeah, he can pull it off. But if he doesn't, then usually he doesn't get a chance. Whee! I think I'm getting a cold sore or something. That's really uncomfortable. Oh, I have seen this one. Because there's, when they go to fight the Lich Dragon, they're just like, no, I don't want to fight him. Not really feeling it. Oh, yeah. Well, see, this axe is cool, but he ain't got shit for poise. Oh yeah, I remember his vanishing trick that nearly I thought was going to break my game. Moog. Yeah, he was the boss in the Holly Tree. I clapped his ace. Oh dear. I fucked this up horribly. Let me Mogwin. Oops. Boom. Just like chilling. That's a problem. That's the problem with doing things this way as well, is if you fuck up like after you've already done like an hour of work, it's not like you can just press Control Z. Registrator means Registrator means you've lost an hour of work. Oh yeah, this is the one. The Lich Dragon. They just don't want any. It's almost peaceful. And immediately dead. Oh boy. That's still. Let's do this bit first. Oh, the document size is not big enough to support the entire thing. That's just hilarious. Let's just use yeah, against Melania. 20 Godricks or 60 or 50 dogs. And they're all dead. Never stood a chance. This music, this boss music goes hard. I remember getting my ass beat by this guy too. That was a bad, like, 2 or 3 streams. The Olden Beast just doesn't give him the time of day. What? just not giving a single solitary fuck. Against the big dog. Against Malika. Easily one of the, like, once I get to Volcano Manor, not Volcano Manor, once I get to the arena where the Rykov boss is meant to be, this is who I face. This guy is terrifying to fight against. Mainly because he's fast. I don't know, I'm gonna play the, I'm actually gonna play the Shardily one because it's hilarious.
Time to feed my addiction, yes sir!
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm testing whether any of the main bosses in the game can survive a pack of 50 dogs.
Also, her own version of Gideon's I Need Help is very cute. So.
It would be too powerful. As always, I hope
Fair,
that you enjoy
fair.
my videos,
No
guys.
rot build up,
And if you
that
do,
would
please
be
subscribe
it.
for a lot more.
I don't think
And I'll see
any
you again
boss could
soon.
survive
Thanks
them
for
if they did
watching.
rot. That'd be too busted. Imagine 50 dogs applying rot non-stop. That would, yeah. Dude, I hate the dogs so much. Yes. They nerfed the dog rot. Oh shit.
I need help!
He does indeed. Oh shit. I expected him to be dead way faster, but I guess that he is such a small target. Not many dogs can hit him at the same time. Help! I think he needed help. Yep, that wasn't really a challenge as expected. With the lava! Ain't no way to survive. Yeah, ain't no way to survive that. The fucking lava. Of course
Suppose I
not.
could use a lower bitmap.
The dogs are there to stay. Of course they wouldn't survive it with the lava, the fuck? Oh! Oh! Jesus! One swing and he is dead.
I might try a lower bitmap. I feel like I'm creating much more work for myself if I'm
There
not.
isn't much left of him, is there?
Where's Sentinel? Sentinel.
He couldn't even go second phase! He was trying so hard to rip his arm. Oh.
Bitmap.
I don't
Phase
think
bitmap.
she really has a chance.
2020.
She staggers, there's too many targets, and they don't do much AoE damage, I don't think. Oh! No. They'll have a very easy time. Let her cook!
The worst thing is like these don't actually have to be perfect, but I don't want them to be crap either.
Absolutely destroyed. Holy shit.
Um,
Phase 2 though?
let's try it
Go
at 30.
That hit nothing. What a troll to me. That was like her only
Modify
chance.
bitmap. Press 30 and 30.
Oh!
The loader
Defiant.
bitmap. Oh, actually, this might have been higher.
Okay, for a second I thought she had a chance. Never mind. was close there for just a second.
Yeah, this might work.
She tried.
If I do bitmap 30-30, this, like, the circles will be less defined,
Again,
but I don't think it's going to matter that much, considering that it's going to be like a something that people aren't really going to see. It's emote size.
Never mind. Forgot.
Never mind.
Okay. What?
Shall not be forgiven.
Oh goodness. He has quite some AoE. I don't think he will be very impressed by so many goggles.
Just turn them into pancakes.
Bonk. So many dead. No, his grace.
I mean, even a cartoony looking one should be fine, probably. As long as it's coherent once it's
Oh,
finished.
no. Yeah, they're dead. They are dead. He will just spit lava. He will just do the lava AoE. Oh, the stagger though? He will just do the lava AoE and they'll die. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, got disconnected, not a problem. We've moved on to, so the video I was just watching, this is the Shy Lily reaction to it, because I find, I just love listening to her. I'm currently watching, when I'm doing my chores and that, I'm watching her playthrough of Elden Ring, which is really cool. Looks fine to you?
Okay, Radan always
But I
does
guess we'll see.
surprisingly bad, but maybe he has a chance against the dogs.
That's a
He
plus.
absolutely does. Holy shit, he just murked half of those dogs, I'm sure.
I'm gonna go with a lower bitmap of this, of the circles and that.
Oh no.
It creates less work.
They'll just stand there and take
I mean, I
it.
can work on a higher bitmap version of it in future for my like own use or whatever. Like, if I want to, and if it depends on what this one comes out looking like, basically.
Well, there we go. His face looks fairly normal. I never realized. Oh.
If it creates less work and I still get the same result, it's all good.
Ain't no way. They're done for. Yeah. They're so done for. He took out so many so
Oh.
fast.
Elden Ring gave me PTSD. If I have to hear I am Millennial Blade of Mikella one more time, I am gonna lose it shy roll.
But I am Melania, the Blade of Mikola. Actually, I need that as a soundbite for when I do
What
the
is
run
that?
as Melania.
Well, 3 where? Emphasis on where. Will he have a chance? I think he. I think he does. He doesn't. The stagger. Oh.
When I fought this guy, I honestly thought we were going to kill him before he got to phase 2.
Close.
On sheer damage output alone. Sadly, that didn't happen.
Just before.
Morgwyn. I've actually got to go to Mogwyn Palace next. Okay, it's too late for me. I'm going to go to sleep. Thanks for the fun time. Thank you for popping in. I hope you've had fun, and I will see you next time. Have a good, get some rest. Go to sleep. I'll
Oh.
catch you later,
That
man.
stagger is.
Have a good evening.
But then. Yep. That's what I thought. There she goes. He just stands there like, what? Is that all? One doggo and a drink. Surely they don't have a chance, do they? Wait, actually? No. Surely they
Good.
don't. That's one down.
See you, man.
Too easy? Yes. Yo, Joel! We are watching my guilty pleasures of watching AI Elden Ring stuff fight other AI Elden Ring stuff. It's fun. Oh, the stagger. Goodbye. Nerd.
Hey. What I might do.
It's our guilty pleasure now. It is. The foreskin duel. I'm pretty sure he is not a big deal either. Oh, never mind. I have misjudged. I forgot about.
Let's put this one back on. It's a mix here. And I'll just swap between these as I go. Well, I suppose here. Oh, it's so coherent circles at the end of it. That's all really nice. There. There you go, Skin Joe. Oops. Probably too much to pull on. Suppose we'll see once we hit rock middle. What about? Wow. I actually got to phase 2 on Gold Droid. That picture will be short though. What do you put on? I need one of those wrist guards. I know we do need this in the future. It'll probably be splattered on top of the Halleck tree by now. Let's see how that's coming out. I mean, it still resembles a circle. I need help. I still don't know what buff or debuff that applies. Law of regression. Wow. That'll probably be the one that got caught with a rock. Oh yeah, law of regression would dispel rot. That's a if you've got the times of T-pose in front of Melania, of course. Triple Godfrey. so glad my fight with him was scaled down to the level of Karia mana. That could have been scary. He's not really that hard to kill. He's just, like, some of his AoEs are just really hard to avoid. This will depend if they bunched up around her and if they all got rotted. Looks like there's one that didn't get rotted. Just that bit there that I don't like. And now it's gone. Problem solved. His phase 2 AoE thing could be tough. But it depends if Millennia starts focusing a different one down. I guess I better practice without mods, so I'll practice without mods soon. So I need to know if I can actually set up the thing the way I want to. Great, the only thing I've got to do now is go back through the VOD and work out which one of these I'm actually imported. That's not great. I didn't think about that. I need to find which of the 4 I imported for this. Be here. No, it'll be slightly after that. When I started doing it at 30-30. That's still at 20. No, that is 30-30, isn't it? So the one I imported was... So it's a center. So this is a center one. Oh, hold on. Export image. I have to hope it came out right. Oh, there's still that one annoying pixel right there. Circle center edit. It's like one pixel somewhere. There it is. Center. Seems to have gotten smaller. The inside here. A little bit there. And there's a really dark bit here and here. Is there anything else I can see? Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, central export image. And overwrite subcenter edit. That one pixel at the bottom there now. Wait, What did you say? I didn't read that in time. I'll say it looks a bit flat at the top. So there's one bit just here that looks quite a lot darker than the rest. And also the top looks like really flat. Yeah, you can actually see that. Don't know how to remove and shape in this. I should probably do that. Okay, that actually looks fine. It looks like a bit too high at the top, but otherwise it's not entirely terrible. Right, let's get to the second one. Delete. File. So we're doing circle bottom left. File. If I put that to 30-30. Oh, she actually got beaten. Who killed her? Huh? Uh-oh. What's the crash? Was it Moog? It was Moog, yeah, because bleed. Blood flame. My computer doesn't like this video. So, do all those Moogs have... Oh, shit. Blood ritual as well. Moog heals during blood ritual. So that's a big old yokes. Although... Damn, there they go. Three Radagons, oh god. Wow, water powers doing nearly enough to do for that. I think they're also immune to Scarlet Rot. No? No. Oh god. If there's any consolation is that Malekith won't have his mobility in this arena, but he can still apply Destined Death. Even his basic attacks appear to be applying dot. Nope. Man, look at that health just fucking... My god. Yeah. I wasn't aware that every attack Malekith had blooded dot. Sisters of Rot. So this is Millicent's
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back
sisters.
to my channel. In this video, we're gonna test whether any of the demigods can survive a small team made by Millicent and her sisters. Considering that Millicent is originally very weak and her sisters much stronger, I decided to even them and give 4k HP to each sister, with Millicent having 5k as the leader of the group. As always, I hope that you'll enjoy my videos, and if you do, please subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, Millicent also has her own water. There it is, water fountain. I don't mind having some darker spots, as long as it isn't like super noticeably dark. As long as the end result still looks somewhat rounded. So I'll be able to resize these to film suit my need later anyway. Kinda wanna put back on the Elden Ring soundtrack. So I keep being reminded of just how like utterly insane some of the Elden Ring's music is. Hold on. Ouch, 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 ouch. Yeah, there you go. That's some peaceful music. This is like the perfect go to sleep stream. Got my boring ass voice and then a nice calm Elden Ring music. And I'm barely speaking, so it's almost literally just play the Elden Ring soundtrack music. First I could make a couple of, I just make like a static version of it to be a standalone emote. And have the animated one. Need to remember to do something about the opacity, and I can change the brightness of one layer and hopefully have it fade into a different one to make it appear like it's glowing. Because that's the only way I can imagine that working. Super dark sections on the side. What? As long as you can get those cleanly detached from the sides, that's also a good thing. It's weird how many different colours actually go into making up a gold. So I've seen like close to pink, and then there's like this peachy yellow sort of colour, and then there's like some almost khaki-like colours. I suppose this is what happens when you super simplify colours down to 30 bits, so... Again, I have no clue how trace bitmap actually works. So any of my assumptions on how it does work are mere speculation at best. Not that Macromedia can do anything about it. I think they went out of business years ago. I think they got, it's actually more likely they got, I think they got bought out by Adobe. Or, yeah, it must have been Adobe. Because some of their products became Adobe products. So the fact I've still got an install for this version of Flash with my original key, with my original reg key, is, yeah, I think it goes more to show my age than anything else. Really sad I've still got my reg key for this program, but it's been so useful to me over the years. Like this, the ability to do this is more useful to me than like a lot of things that I've learned. Okay, let's withdraw it a bit. Looking good. That side looks a bit too thick. It's looking a bit dummy thick. I'll deal with that. Don't really want any straight edges. This is Catacombs. This is the music from Catacombs. I could remove a bit more up in this area, but I quite like that. It seems like it works. Okay, what was this one? This was circle bottom left. Oh, hold on, first of all. Yeah, there's 1 pixel right there. Export image. As long as it's close to circular, I don't care. Bit here. Maybe I could take a few bits out of that top section. It looks a bit too clean. This is a dark bit here. And then along here. Wish you can control scroll out, but this program does not have that function. Export image as circle, bottom left edit. Close this one. Because while it will let me overwrite while it's open, it looks strange. That looks good. Next one. Yeah, circle bottom. No, we've just done this. Circle bottom right. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be a lot cleaner. A lot easier to fix. Question is, do I keep this explosion looking thing here? Because that looks cool. I want to leave that in just for now. And the pad under the delete button is not going to like me. It sounds like a piece of music from a video game I used to play called Black. Might honestly keep both of this. So there seems to be one at the top and one at the bottom. And this grey line, which is the border. Nope, just want that bit out. The thing is, it's meant to look a bit mucky. Not completely perfect. After all, it is a shattered Elden Ring. So, yeah, I think I might keep this. I kind of really like the way it looks. Makes it actually look messier, which is in its own way kind of nice. I might have to do at some point is set up a fake Twitch account or like a second one, so then I can test what music is actually what like game soundtracks are DMCA free. Well, I've never had a DMCA strike on Twitch, but some of the ones I get on YouTube are just stupid. I could understand if I got one for playing like, I know, like Star Wars. Just, you know, lol Disney. But like, I think it's Halo Reach and Nier Automata. I know I get copyright claims on videos that have Nier Automata soundtrack in them. That's why I've stopped playing that on streams. Not the game, just the soundtrack. I'm sure that the game, even then when I was playing the Replicant, I've got videos with claims on them because of Kine Salvation, which is nonsense and kind of a bit unfair because, like, when you're playing the game and the music is incidental to the game, like, it's not like it's something you can avoid. It's like one of them is there's a piece of music that I'm not even going to check it. There's a piece of music that plays when you're like behind the resistance camp, like where it's like a music box playing the theme, and I got copyright claimed on by somebody saying it's like, I can't even remember what the piece, what's the stupid piece of music called. Let me go to my channel, YouTube Studio. I don't think there's anything in here that's really of concern for anyone to see. Content, put this here. Man, it's been a while. Copyright, is this it? I think this is it. Is it? Let's see details. Oh, I know what this one is. This is something else entirely. This is all from Replicant. There's one from Automata. What was I playing here? Oh, that must be still Replicant. Doom. Late Night Nier Automata. Let me see. Let me pause this. Copyright details. Astronomia. I'm sorry. No, it's not that one, is it? It's see details. He died for you. Yeah. 29:39 to 30:08. What was it? What timing was that? 29:39. No, I just want to play it, for God's sakes. 29:39. Oh, I must have been trying to find a piece of music that plays anyway. So this VOD will get it as well. It's this piece of music, and it's like they've claimed it as where was it? This one? They've claimed it as He Died For You. But you can't avoid this piece of music if you go into this area.
Oh yeah,
So it's like, what's the... It's so stupid what they can get away with. And I was planning to dispute it, and then it was like, no impact, and I'm like, okay, fine, I don't care. Like, I'm not getting monetized on YouTube anytime soon. I swear too much for that. Yeah, this side I've got to be very careful with, because I need to keep track of where all these pieces are for. So I'm also keeping this one, I just need to remember that. Not that piece. It's a considerable amount. Oh yes, that's really annoying. It's like you can't take anything else out around it without it breaking that bit. Let's take that out, take that out, take that out. No, I can take that out, I think. And the entire side of the circle is just empty. Yeah, the point I was making earlier is that I really need to find out what game soundtracks are actually not going to get me striked. Again, I'm never getting monetized on YouTube, but there's two of my streams that one of them, understandably, like just gets blocked in all countries because it's a lot of licensed music that I was playing when I think it was a Master Duel stream. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I can just literally rip that out and put in proper MD music. And it would have no impact on the video whatsoever because it was a muted stream. It's the other one that I can't remember what was in it that bothers me. So it's another one that's fully banned everywhere, which doesn't make any sense. I think they're the only two VODs I haven't uploaded from historically. I've got them still because I just kept them because of that. But it's really fucking annoying when they're like, oh yeah, we're going to copyright this video on the grounds of we are going to tell you. Okay, thanks YouTube, you're all useful. But they're saying now Wajiski's out now, so there might be somebody who fixes a lot of those problems, which would be great. Also the swearing thing, I'd like to be able to swear on YouTube. YouTube isn't YouTube Kids, and they need to fix that. Like, the thing is they're still front-loading the fuck-up they made, where they were stealing kids' data. Like, because obviously YouTube steals your data. And, like, the fuck-up they made was that they were, like, they didn't realise that because there were underage people on the site, they were accidentally stealing the data of children, and so they front-loaded the legal problems onto the creators, which is bullshit. I don't think this bit's going to work unless I sharpen it up that way as well. Yeah, so a lot of like even more prominent content creators got shafted really badly because of that. I mean, every website will steal your data. It's how they keep their servers running, it's how they make their money. Twitter is free because their servers steal your data and sell your data to everywhere. And then people come along and go, wow, like $8 badge. It wouldn't surprise me if Elon's trying to turn off the bit where they steal your data, but at the end of the day, that makes me a sympathizer, and I guess that makes me a horrible person. It's nice to believe that at least one person out there has like the best intentions for humanity in general. Actually, that doesn't look bad. It's a bit more chaotic than the others, but I think this is... I can't remember whose great ruins are technically in this, so... There's one more dot just like here. That should be all of it, right? That's all of the... Yeah, whose runes go here? Great runes. Elden Ring. So this is bottom... Yeah, bottom right. So it'd be Vidana Rykards. I think if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in and remove this little section here as well. Yeah. Right, so circle bottom right. Edit. Circle bottom right, edit, which leaves circle top. There's a few dark bits there actually. Just fix those. Just like here basically. Yeah. So let's close that. Minimize. Yeah, I can live with that. So now what's left is circle top. Nope. Right. This one doesn't really matter as much as the other ones because it's going to be the one that's least visible, arguably. That's the thing, is when you're looking at the Elden Ring, you can definitely see 1, you can definitely see 2, and you can definitely see 3, but the middle bit is kind of difficult. Oh, supple. Hey. That doesn't mean I'm going to half-ass it. Here we go again. Don't recognise this piece of music. I mean, most of the music I would recognise are boss themes anyway, so it makes sense. I've been completely honest, most of my time playing Elden Ring up until I started streaming it was just learning bosses. For what good that did. Side. Oh yeah, this is a piece that's... I can't remember where this piece plays, but it reminded me of Nier Automata. It's that bing bong noise. Every door opens somewhere nearby. Might be Siofra. Worst part of this is going to be lining it back up with the original image for the end result. don't want anything super dark in there. Probably sucks. Oh, my wrists. Fucking hell. Those bits might look a bit strange. Formidable foe. You know what? The soundtrack is honestly boring me to death. Let's play this. This is actually a good soundtrack. suppose I should probably pop a disclaimer somewhere as to what this is. Top text. Sultan and the London Symphony Orchestra. You get some of the Symphony Orchestra. Michael Giacchino. Better. Now it shows much better. It's a game soundtrack. I will play this game on stream one day and it will be epic. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do for the Shizu. I just need to stop calling it that because that's not what it's going to be. For my long stream, I think you can probably complete this in 10 hours. No, I'd have to work out how to get it working properly. But I might try it through emulation. You can get 60 frames per second on the emulator. Really worth it. Or I can play it on the PlayStation, but I find it feels really slow on the PlayStation now. I'd only play PlayStation 1 games. That's the only reason I've still got it. Even then, I've got an actual PlayStation, so. But I suppose you can't capture from PlayStation 1. There's no way to. I mean, there probably is one of those adapters you can get, but I'm not shelling out the stupid amount for it. The PlayStation 2 has an adapter that costs about £1 for HDMI. And even then, it's not like it's true HDMI. It's just sort of an adapter that makes your computer that makes the adapter act as a HDMI output. It's fine because it works. That's all you need, really. Yeah, I'll probably run this through an emulator. I'd have to fiddle around with the controls to make it work like a modern game. I don't want the controls feeling too floaty. No, that's probably the best way to describe how it feels playing it on a PlayStation 2 nowadays. Is that the controls feel floaty. Like they're slightly loose. They're slightly looser than they should be, and not as nowhere near as responsive. So yeah, I'd have to test around and make something work. Dum, dum. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, got a few bits like this that could do with coming out. I can leave that bit in the middle. I mean, there's bound to be some dark parts, but like stuff like that where it's like obviously super dark. I think I need to remove these bits around here. take off this bit here, so it looks ugly. I don't know if there's anything along there, maybe here I can take out. It still looks too clean. Wow, this is such a good game soundtrack. Now it looks too sharp around the edges there. I didn't mean to do that. Let's take out this specific part. It doesn't look great, but it could be a lot worse, so I will live with it. Any errant pixels? Like, the thing is I keep thinking I've seen one, but all I'm really seeing is like dust on my screen. Like a speck or a dead pixel or something. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's fine. File, export, image, circle, top, edit. Minimize. For fuck-ups. I mean, the only real complaint I can make about it is that there are some bits like along here and along here where it looks slightly too clean, but otherwise it's fine. Right. So that just leaves rune arcs and the center stalk. I'll import the stage. I'll do this next. Replace. As far as I can scroll down, and that's as far as I can scroll up. This one's going to be a lot easier because I'm not fucking with a circle, it's just a straight line basically. Just trying to keep the sort of... I'm wondering if the rune arcs shouldn't be attached directly to that. Let me see. That's a full image. Yeah, the rune arc up there is meant to be attached right to the top. I could have them... Unless I cut it there. How have I got the other thing set up right now? Rune arc top, what's that? Yeah, I mean I could have it sort of sloping downwards. Fine. See, I just got to remove that entire top part, basically. Put it there, and I can clean up around the edges. What I want is the circle, and then the three expand out, and then that just sort of skewers through them, and then the rune arcs, I guess, just drop on. I don't know. How does that work? We'll work it out. Waste time. Oh yeah. As long as I don't look at a clock or how long I've been streaming, I will be fine. I guess I could just stay at 400 this whole time. So we need to cut out a lot of the side parts. So it's got... So it's got a more natural shape, and if it doesn't work I can just revert it and attach the rune arcs to this as one piece. Yeah, one piece. Okay. We kind of need to cut off anything that juts outwards, because I'm pretty sure that's the start of the circles, which I don't really want to be too close to if I can manage it. But the problem is I feel like a lot of it's going to be too connected to that, so if I can be careful with this at least, then maybe it can work. No, it looks too clean in every direction. Guess I can come back up and work it out. Get off all of the, like, the main bits first. Stuff like that's great. Problem is how close they are to everything else. So you can't even like no. Oh wait, on that one you could, I suppose. If only the whole thing was going to be this easy. See, there it is again. Same thing. Just raise that bit there. I wonder if I should keep the sort of cross shape here, because obviously that's an indicator of where they need to go, even though I will be lining it up directly with like I'll have to have the proper image under it so I can properly line up the finished result, and then I'll have to work backwards from that, which is going to make my life so much more, that'd be a lie, so much less fun. It'd be so much less fun. So obviously lining up the circles and then getting them to expand is a lot easier than lining up the circles against this and then getting this to and then getting them to retract into one circle. This is all very confusing. Like, the vision in my head is stupid anyway. Honestly, this is probably going to be one of those things that's like so much work and then it isn't worth it in the end. But fuck it, I don't care. I wish. It's sort of one of those times I wish I could look forward into the future and see, because then it'd be like, oh yeah, this was a cool idea, but it was also stupid. Try again later. What I might do actually is go out and get my tankard, and I can have this Serrano and Coke. This doesn't look like it's going to work. I think there's just too many elements on it that make up precisely what it is. And as I keep it with both the remarks already attached, and have it swing, but that looks stupid. Plus, it's all got to be done in 60 frames or less. How long is 60 frames? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Depends on what frame rate the well, if it runs at 24 frames, that's 2 seconds. Shit. Really? Frame rate 30. Even that's the same. What frame rate? Okay, this isn't gonna work. What frame rate do twig? Emotes. Twitch emotes cannot exceed 60 frames. I have one that's in place for 75% of a second. Animated emotes. 160 frames. That's such a weird restriction. Yeah, I got the Sad. No, not really. I don't think there's any way for me to find out, or maybe based on your browser. Also don't have no energy drink. Just got this Pepsi. Ugh. I think this is going to be really hard to do without completely destroying what's there, so I think I might have to re-edit this. Let's put this behind OBS on that monitor. It should still show up. Yeah, it does. Good. Right, so we've done the circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have the center stalk thing as one image, because you can fix the top part, but the bottom, unless I have it slice up from the bottom, and I still need, because this, at least this rune arc still needs to be attached, because you can't really break that apart. This can be broken apart precisely along that line, but the bottom one can't, because it's too bright, and the line isn't bright to the circle, it's bright to this. So worse things have happened. It's not like it destroys my vision or anything. It means I've got to do something different. I could just leave the whole thing, just have the rune arc stalk already there. Which is, let me see, I'll do this. So what I need to do is, oh, I can line it up with that. That'll work. Problem is, once it leaves the margins, it's not beholden to anything anymore. Cut this one all the way down to there. And crop all the way up to here. Well, realistically, we only need the top of the circle. Crop. Basically as close as we can get. I say leaving all that low overhang is fine. Yeah. It looks atrocious. I hate it. Thanks. Zoom in quite a lot just to get that middle tab. All group, save as, stalk with ox. I don't know. Nope, nope. I closed. What did I? Yeah, I closed it. I made it. It's okay, they can all be safely resized anyway later. It won't maintain the original resolution, which sucks. Import stage and I want stalker box. Looking crap. Modify. Map. Space to 3030. It still looks atrociously horrible. Now the problem here is that that is actually part of it, so I can't really delete it. Yeah, because it's meant to... Oh, maybe it's not. There's definitely an amount of it that's slightly broken off, which I can live with. Maybe not that bit. Yeah, there's still going to be bits like this that are a pain. I can fine tune it, come back and use the eraser to just get around so it doesn't look hideous at least. As long as it's still visible as an arc, it's fine. Let's use it all. Yeah, I think I'm right about. It's just slightly shortens the image. I won't take that bit off. Well, I was tempted to leave that bit at the bottom because it actually does look like a system of roots. Like with the whole game focusing around the Erd tree and that, it seems quite relevant. Let's see what it looks like. It could look good. Or it could look atrociously crap. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, because all this mess that's going on in these areas is all just those other circles anyway, so... It's a shame nobody's photoshopped these parts separately already. Well, I suppose then my life would be far too easy. Wouldn't want that. Which is where I'm about to find out that part is actually necessary for something. No, it is just the bottom of the rings. I think that removing that is removing too much. That seems fine. That was a weird twitch. That hadn't happened. Oh, we're back at the top. Cool. I reached the top and had to stop, and that's what the love for me. Okay, let's zoom out and see how bad it looks. Okay, that definitely goes. It just doesn't look right. That also goes. So does this. I just need to tidy up these branching parts. Unless I can use them. You know what? I think not having these sections there is probably fine. And flattening that arc actually doesn't look terrible either. I like this sort of spiky bit on that side. Meanwhile, let's get rid of that.